Hey guys, welcome back to the well, and we are continuing our mini mots, our mini motivationals today over the ongoing topic of codependency. And several episodes now have been focused on what is codependency and how does it manifest. Recently did an article just talking about that process of not only kind of our personality proclivity, but also the nature of wounding and maybe feeling not seen, not nurtured, or shamed as a child, which kind of created this space where we feel this need to deny our own wounds and our own pain by moving towards seeing others and focusing on their pain. And this is a way that we are in denial or kind of sleepy to sitting with ourselves. Today, though, our focus is going to be on boundaries with the self. Now, as I've mentioned before, Townsend and Cloud has this wonderful mother book out there called Boundaries, and much of it and much of our talk is about boundaries with other people. And of course, that's a very important piece of learning how to tend our own yard, tend our own flower garden instead of being focused on somebody else's yard. But the first thing we want to talk about with that is just boundaries with the self. There's a lot of focus on, again, the externalization of boundaries, but really the biggest issue that most of us have to learn who struggle with codependency is this idea of boundaries with ourselves. Boundaries on how we spend our time, what kind of people we hang out with. Again, knowing what we think, what we feel, what we prefer, that it's not selfish to have preferences, that we can choose who our friends are, that we get to choose sometimes where we want to go to eat, and that we don't have to focus so much on what everybody else wants, but we can focus on what we prefer. Now, pieces of this have to do with this concept of kind of stewarding ourselves and learning how to take care of things. So when to wake up in the morning, how to get a routine going, when to go to bed at night, how not to spend all our money on eating out, all of these kinds of things. And I have a dear friend and her father, Ellie Henry and Joe Novenson, who have given me this quote, and I love it. Steward yourself, or in other words, take care of yourself so that you don't become a victim of yourself. Wow. What powerful words there, and what a powerful notion, because if we don't create these boundaries with self, then we can clearly become a victim of our own foolish living. And in an effort to nurture our wounds, we can fall off this other different bandwidth, if you will, or this other wagon by just comforting ourselves so much so that we actually become victims of ourselves. I would dare say this is some of what addiction has to do with. And but boundaries with how much we think about something or obsess about something, boundaries with noticing our emotions, being self-compassionate with our emotions, but also setting some boundaries with our emotions. And all of that is the inner work of learning how to have boundaries first and foremost with the self. I hope this is helpful, but please also tune in next time where we're going to be focusing more on also having boundaries with other people. Thank you, and coming on back to the well. Do, 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 do.